So when you're working for Spielberg, man, how do you break it to him that you're leaving the camp?
Well, Steve was over shooting Last Crusade, and I wanted to be in production. I realized that as much as I loved working at Amblin, that I would have been 70 years old and still doing personal things for Steven, because there
Mhm.
was no advancement at Amblin in those days. If anybody did take on associate producership, that was the last thing they did. They were expected to move on. And it finally came to a head during Last Crusade, and I really wanted to be in production. And I knew that I needed to it was now or never. So I wrote my resignation letter and shipped it over in the London pouch. And I talked to Stephen's executive, Deborah Fletcher, on a Friday afternoon, and I said, "Did Stephen get my letter?" And she said yes. And I said, "Did he react?" And she said, "Well, he read it and went back to work." And I thought, well, Stephen was making his movie, so I really didn't expect anything else. And then Fletch told me that Monday morning, and I still don't know why, because I didn't think George knew me, but George came on the set and said, "I hear Mark's leaving," and Stephen was surprised and said, "What?" So he didn't really read the letter. He was really concentrating on something else, but he called me and um, said some very nice things. And his last thing he said to me was, "You will always have a job here at Amblin." So I thought that was the nicest thing.
Yeah.
And I trained my replacement and moved on. I actually went back a little bit later for a week to help out, and then Stephen asked if I would drive a present up to Skywalker Ranch for George. So that was kind of the last thing I did after I had left Amblin. But
Well, what was the present, man?
I don't know. It was in a big crate. That's all I know. I took a van up there and it was in a crate, and it may have been something. It may have been a model of something that they had done together. I still don't know. I mean, I was up at Skywalker Ranch a couple of years ago, and I didn't see anything that looked familiar.
Hey, so how would you sum up those two? I mean, if you've been in the room with those guys talking, I mean, George Lucas and Spielberg, I mean, come on.
Well, George lets his hair down when he's with friends, when nobody's recording him or he's not on camera, and he's got a great wit, and he and Steven are like high school best friends, and they talk movies, and of course now they're older. I don't know what the conversations are, but back then it was unlimited possibilities,
Yeah.
and let's do this and let's do that. And I wish some of those other things had come to fruition, but hey, Indiana Jones, you know
Yeah,
who
not
doesn't want
bad.
that?
Not
No,
bad.
not bad at all.
I think that one worked out.
Yeah. And we'll see how
But
the fifth one goes.
yeah, we'll see. Well, look, it's going to be fun if nothing else. It's going to be bullet ridden with criticism, of course,
Yeah,
but
but the trailer looks great.
you're making another Indiana Jones. There you go.
Yep, and it'll be the last one. Harrison's 80. That's the hardest thing to kind of accept these days,
Yeah.
is that Dick died at 91, John Williams is 90, Steven's 76, Harrison's 80. All these people that we adored, and rooted for and worked with, they're all much older now, but that means we are too. And I think that's the one thing I don't want to accept, is that I'm as old as I am.
No, it's very difficult to answer the phone these days. It's
Yeah.
hard to pick up the phone sometimes because the news, a certain percentage of the news is disastrous.
Oh yeah. I mean, I was devastated when Donner died, and then just a couple days ago, Cindy Williams passed away, and I
Mm.
worked with her just a little bit on More American Graffiti, and she was so gracious and encouraging to me that I never forgot that. You don't forget things like that.
No.
Your road to redemption is paved with tombstones. No quarter, kill all masters. Go to noquarterkillallmasters.com. Rated R.